Very good afternoon. You're watching the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. All the developing news stories at the top of this hour coming up ahead. Let us start with the headlines. Prime Minister calls Congress manifesto a hypocrisy document full of lies. Says Congress has failed to deliver in past 70 years. Addressing election rally at Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh, Prime Minister says it is a choice between trust and corruption. BJP President Amit Shah leads party's campaign in Uttarakhand. Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad addresses rally at Kupwara in Jammu and Kashmir. NDA candidate Tushar Vellapalli files nomination to take on Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. India to grow at 7.2% in the current fiscal, says a report by Asian Development Bank. Projects 7.3% growth in 2020. India to buy 24 multi-role MH-60 Romeo Seahawk helicopters worth $2.6 billion from the United States. Romeo Seahawk to replenish India's aging fleet of British-made Sea King helicopter. And Rajya Sabha Day being observed today, Upper House first constituted on 3rd of April 1952. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu congratulates Council of State and all members, officials and employees. First up, all the news related to the upcoming Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a sharp attack at the Congress party at an election rally in Arunachal Pradesh today. Addressing a rally at Pasighat in Arunachal, Prime Minister Modi termed Congress's manifesto a hypocrisy document which was full of lies. Prime Minister Modi said that the Congress party has been making tall promises for the past 70 years but still hasn't delivered. The Prime Minister accused the Congress party of fooling the farmers in the name of votes, asserting that the BJP government has always been with them. He also accused the past Congress governments of ignoring the Northeast and overlooking the region in their schemes. He said that the upcoming Lok Sabha polls is about the choice between trust and corruption and about resolution and conspiracy. Simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha and the State Assembly will be held on 11th of April in Arunachal Pradesh.
इस बार का चुनाव वादों और इरादों के बीच का चुनाव है। ये चुनाव संकल्प और साजिश के बीच का चुनाव है। ये चुनाव भरोसे और भ्रष्टाचार के बीच का चुनाव है। ये अरुणाचल नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास के लिए दिन रात एक करने वालों और दशकों तक अरुणाचल नॉर्थ ईस्ट की उपेक्षा करने वालों का चुनाव है। मैं आपकी सांस्कृतिक विरासत, परंपरा, आपके गौरव की रक्षा करने वालों और आपके परिधानों, आपकी परंपराओं का मजाक उड़ाने वालों, आपका अपमान करने वालों के बीच ये इसका चुनाव होना है।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also launch BJP's campaign in West Bengal today. Kickstarting the campaign, Prime Minister Modi will address public rallies in Kolkata and Siliguri today. Remember, West Bengal is a politically sensitive state with a total of 42 Lok Sabha seats, the third largest number after Uttar Pradesh's 80 and Maharashtra's 48. The BJP is looking to make inroads into the TMC-ruled state after a good performance in the last year rural polls as well as also in a few by-polls. BJP President Amit Shah has also set an ambitious target of winning at least 23 seats in the state. And in the evening today, PM Modi will address a rally at Gondia in Maharashtra. And Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad today addressed a public rally at Kupwara in Jammu and Kashmir. And addressing the rally, senior Congress leader said that his party always understood the pain and the challenges faced by the state.
कांग्रेस को इसीलिए कदर है इस मुल्क के हर एक इंसान की, वो हिंदू हो, मुसलमान हो, वो सिख हो, ईसाई हो, और कश्मीर के अवाम के लिए खास तौर से, जिनके लिए महात्मा गांधी ने कहा था कि मुझे यहां रोशनी की किरण नजर आती है, क्योंकि कश्मीर एक कोना है हमारे मुल्क का, और जो भी दूर होता है वो हमेशा हमेशा समझता है कि शायद मुझ पर नजर है कि नहीं। यही वजह थी कि कांग्रेस हमेशा आप पर नजर रखती थी, आपके दुख और दर्द को समझती थी।
And BJP President Amit Shah is addressing a rally in Uttarkashi in Uttarakhand. Let's take a listen.
राज्य है, देश की सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए? जोर से बोलिए, होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए? 10 साल तक कांग्रेस की सरकार थी, सोनिया मनमोहन की सरकार थी, यूपीए की सरकार थी। कोई भी आलिया मालिया जमालिया देश में घुस जाता था, देश के जवानों के सर काट कर ले जाता था, पाकिस्तान में जाकर अपमानित कर, कोई जवाब नहीं देता, ना मादा था ना इच्छा थी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार आई मित्रों, अभी पुलवामा पर हमला, पाक प्रेरित आतंकवादियों ने 40 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को मौत के घाट उतारा, तो 40 जवान शहीद हुए। देश भर के अंदर गुस्सा, आक्रोश, निराशा, हताशा, ये क्या हुआ? पहले सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किए थे मोदी जी, पाकिस्तान ने सरहद पर टैंकें खड़ी कर दी, तोपें लगा दी, सेना लगा दी, सबको लगा कि इस पर सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक सब संभव नहीं। तो उत्तराखंड वालों, इस पर मनमोहन सिंह की सरकार नहीं थी, आपकी बनाई हुई नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार। इन्होंने भूमि पर टैंक लगा दिए, मोदी जी ने हवा से एयर स्ट्राइक कर उनके ट्रेनिंग कैंप के अंदर रात को सोते हुए आतंकवादियों के फूडचे करने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता नरेंद्र मोदी के फैसले।
All right, Amit Shah there addressing a rally in Uttarkashi. Indeed, campaigning has picked up a pace ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Now, BSP chief Mayawati held a joint press conference with her new ally, Jana Sena party founder Pawan Kalyan at Vizag in Andhra Pradesh. Now, the two leaders are jointly campaigning for the candidates of Jana Sena, BSP and left parties in the state of Andhra Pradesh. She is also slated to address more election meetings at Vijayawada, Tirupati and in Hyderabad. And TMC Chief and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee will also kick off her party's campaign in the state with a rally at Dinhata in Cooch Behar constituency, which goes to polls in the first phase. And also in Odisha, BJD Chief Naveen Patnaik will start campaigning for his party nominees for the first phase of elections. And earlier, the Congress party released its list of 20 candidates for Lok Sabha polls yesterday. The party released the names of candidates for Punjab, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Odisha, Karnataka, and also for Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, and Dadar and Nagar Haveli. The Congress fielded former Railway Minister Pawan Kumar Bansal from the Chandigarh Lok Sabha seat and Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh's wife and former Union Minister Praneeth Kaur from Patiala for the upcoming parliamentary polls. And in Himachal Pradesh, the party has cleared the name of Pawan Kajal from the Kangra Lok Sabha seat. And the Congress party also released a fresh list of 9 candidates for Odisha Assembly election yesterday. And the Bharatiya Janata Party on Tuesday announced the names of 3 more Lok Sabha candidates. The party fielded Malayalam film actor Suresh Gopi from Thrissur in Kerala. and also released the names of two more candidates from Gujarat, namely Shardaben Patel is going to contest from Mahesana and Darshana Zardosh from Surat. And with this, the BJP has announced the names of 377 candidates. The party has so far announced the candidates for all the Lok Sabha seats which will go to polls in the first 4 phases of the 7-phase election. The party also released the names of 11 more candidates for the Odisha State Assembly polls which will be held in 4 phases starting from 11th to 29th of April. Those were all the election-related news, and time to take a very short break here. We'll be back with more news on the other side. Stay tuned.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity, promoting public discourse. Events that motivate, inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Welcome back after the break. Now, as per the 4th schedule of the Constitution of India, the Rajya Sabha was first constituted on 3rd of April 1952. Now, since then, the day has been observed as Rajya Sabha Day. In 1952, it had 216 members, of which one was a nominated woman member, Rukmani Devi Arundale. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was the first chairman, of course, and also the first vice president of our country. On the occasion, Chairman Venkaiah Naidu congratulated the Council of States and all the members, officials and the employees of the Rajya Sabha. In a Facebook post, Venkaiah Naidu called the upper house as the watchman of democracy. Rajya Sabha Deputy Speaker Harivansh also congratulated everyone. He expressed concern, however, over continuous disruption that the house has been facing recently.
बिना अनुशासन के, बिना मर्यादा के कोई देश आगे नहीं जा सकता। यह देश अलग अलग संस्कृतियों, भाषाओं, परिवेश का देश है। हम सबको मिलकर साथ चलना, और पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी से बेहतर कोई डेमोक्रेसी नहीं हो सकती, कोई व्यवस्था नहीं हो सकती। कैसे राजतंत्र से हम यहाँ तक आज पहुँचे हैं, ह्यूमन जर्नी में, मानव यात्रा में, इससे बेस्ट कोई और व्यवस्था नहीं हो सकती। लेकिन उसको हम चलने ना दें तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि इससे एक गहरी निराशा पैदा होगी, जो हम अन्याय करेंगे अपनी आने वाली पीढ़ियों के साथ। हमें इस पर गौर करना चाहिए, और राज्यसभा दिवस तो इसके लिए खास तौर से ये सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन का डे होना चाहिए। और इससे बढ़िया बात क्या हो सकती है कि देश में चुनाव हो रहा है, चुनाव में लोगों को इस बहस का यह मुद्दा भी बनाना चाहिए कि हमारे जो संस्थाएं हैं, सदन है, चाहे वो लोकसभा हो और राज्यसभा, कैसे वो इफेक्टिवली मर्यादित ढंग से चलें, वो डिसरप्शन का केंद्र न बने।
राज्यसभा को कुछ विशेष अधिकार दिए गए हैं, जिनमें से एक अधिकार ये है कि 2/3 मेजॉरिटी से जो राज्य से संबंधित विषय हैं उन पर भी वो कानून बना सकते हैं। इसी तरह से कोई भी ऑल इंडिया सर्विस का अगर गठन किया जाना है तो वो अधिकार राज्यसभा के पास है। इसके अलावा जब लोकसभा अगर डिसॉल्व हो और उस समय अगर कोई स्पेशल हमें प्राविधान लाना है, स्पेशल प्रोक्लेमेशन करने हैं, और इमरजेंसी की स्थिति में, ऐसी स्थितियों में भी राज्यसभा को विशेष अधिकार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंतर्गत दिए गए।
And the registration for the annual Amarnath Yatra began on Tuesday. This annual 46-day-long Yatra will begin on 1st of July, the day of Masik Shivratri, and will conclude on 15th of August, the day of Shravan Purnima. Children under the age of 13 years, elderly above 75 years of age, and women who are more than 6 weeks pregnant will not be allowed to undertake the Yatra. The pilgrims are to furnish a compulsory health certificate while registering. The registrations are being done through 440 designated branches of the Punjab National Bank, the Jammu and Kashmir Bank and the Yes Bank. Sri Amarnath Shrine Board has also introduced online registration for the Yatra this year. The applications are available on the website. On to the other top story this afternoon. India is all set to grow at 7.2% in the current fiscal on strengthening consumption. Asian Development Bank said this in its flagship report. Asian Development Outlook 2019 was released today. Now, the growth is expected to rise to 7.3% in 2020 as the policy rates are cut and farmers receive income support, bolstering domestic demand. According to the report, Southeast Asia will sustain growth at close to 5% this year and also the next. The report stated that strengthening domestic demand will offset weaker export growth, while strong consumption spurred by rising incomes, subdued inflation and robust remittances should boost economic activity in the sub-region. The National Investigation Agency or the NIA has arrested Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist Nisar Ahmed Tantre. The government brought him back into the country from the UAE on 31st of March. He had been detained by the UAE authorities at New Delhi's request and was then deported to the national capital, Delhi. Tantre was absconding in the 2017 Lethpora CRPF terror attack case. He had escaped to the UAE on 1st of February this year. Now, Nisar is the younger brother of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist Noor Tantre. He is being interrogated by the NIA at present. 5 CRPF personnel were martyred after Jaish-e-Mohammed militants attacked the camp in Pulwama district's Lethpora in December 2017. A warrant for Nisar's arrest was issued for having acted as one of the conspirators in the attack. The NIA had previously arrested an operative of the terror group in February for providing logistical support in the attack, and Tantre's deputation is being seen as another example of deepening security cooperation with West Asia countries over the last few years, particularly Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The United States has approved the sale of 24 multi-role MH-60 Romeo Seahawk helicopters to India at an estimated cost of $2.4 billion. Now, designed for hunting submarines as well as knocking out ships and conducting search and rescue operations at sea, the Lockheed Martin-built helicopters would replenish India's aging fleet of British-made Sea King helicopters. These helicopters will provide the Indian Defence Forces the capability to perform anti-surface and anti-submarine warfare missions. The sale, at an estimated cost of $2.4 billion, will improve the security of a major defensive partner which continues to be an important force for political stability, peace and economic progress in the Indo-Pacific as well as South Asia region. International news now. Algeria's President Abdelaziz Bouteflika is resigning after weeks of mass protests. Now, Bouteflika, who has been in power for last 20 years, had already dropped plans to seek a fifth term as opposition to his rule grew. The powerful Algerian army had called for the 82-year-old to be declared incapable of carrying out his duties. The ailing leader suffered a stroke 6 years ago and has rarely appeared in public since. And hundreds of people celebrated the announcement in capital Algiers. People waved Algeria's national flags and they sang. According to the constitution now, the Senate Speaker should take over as the interim head of the state until fresh elections are held. In more international news, Theresa May will ask the European Union for an extension to the Brexit deadline to break the logjam in Parliament. The Prime Minister says that she wants to meet a Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn, to agree a plan on the future relationship with the European Union. But she insisted that her withdrawal agreement, which was voted down last week, would remain part of the deal. Jeremy Corbyn has welcomed Theresa May's offer of Brexit talks, but he warned that he reserved the right to try to bring the government down if it is incapable of getting a majority in Parliament. Earlier, May had met her cabinet for more than 7 hours. Remember, the UK has until 12th of April to propose a plan to the EU which must be accepted by them, or the Britain will leave the European Union without a deal. May agreed a deal with the European Union in November last year, but it has been voted down thrice in Parliament by huge margins, and a separate deal just on the withdrawal agreement section also lost by 58 votes on Friday. Meanwhile, the foreign ministers of Germany and France have called for more clarity from London after Theresa May said that she would seek a further delay to Britain's withdrawal from the European Union.
I've just come from chairing 7 hours of cabinet meetings, focused on finding a route out of the current impasse, one that will deliver the Brexit the British people voted for and allow us to move on and begin bringing our divided country back together. I know there are some who are so fed up with delay and endless arguments that they would like to leave with no deal next week. I've always been clear that we could make a success of no deal in the long term, but leaving with a deal is the best solution. So we will need a further extension of Article 50, one that is as short as possible and which ends when we pass a deal. And we need to be clear what such an extension is for, to ensure we leave in a timely and orderly way. This debate, this division, cannot drag on much longer.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of Midday News. Thanks for watching.